Before Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, very little was mentioned about Raquel Thomas. Rock is one of the most calculated and ruthless characters in Power, right behind Ghost and Breeze. Most people seem to think that Rock did not survive to live in the current Power universe. But I am here to tell you that I believe Rock is very much alive and well in the present universe. In this video, I will explain why I think Rock is alive and also give a play-by-play on how she would return. In the original Power series, when Kanan was released from prison, we see him reunite with Tommy and Ghost for the first time since he was first sent to jail. We see Kanan tell Ghost and Tommy that he just left from seeing his mom. I originally thought he was referring to the gravesite of Rock. But the more I thought about it, something stood out for me. If Kanan was actually referring to leaving her gravesite, I think he would have said that he just left from paying his respects to his mother. He would have not said that he just left his mom's. With that being said, I believe that there are two different possibilities on how Rock could be alive in the present Power universe. The first would be that Rock is currently serving a lengthy prison sentence for killing Detective Howard. Yes, I am aware that Detective Howard is currently alive in Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, but it's quite obvious that Detective Howard's time is coming to an end sooner or later. I believe that Rock could be serving a long prison sentence for killing Detective Howard. And that is one possibility on how Rock could still be alive currently. The second possibility is very simple. Rock disappears. In Season 2 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, we see Rock purchase her first home in Queens, New York. I don't think it was by coincidence that this significant change was shown to us in Season 2. I also don't think it was by accident that Rock allowed Symphony to live instead of taking him out when she had the chance to. I believe Rock did not kill Symphony so that she could always use him as a backup plan if she ever wanted to escape the street life for good. With the introduction of Breeze happening next season, I think this is when we will see Rock feel the need to step away from the game. In my opinion, I think Rock will get fed up with Breeze and also the street life as a whole. And this is where I think Rock will take everything that she owns and disappear. After time has passed in Raising Kanan, I believe that Rock will contact Marvin, Lou, and Kanan after her disappearance to let them know where she is located if they ever needed her. Which is why Kanan told Ghost and Tommy that he just left his mom's. He left from visiting her in a location that he only knows about. As we all have seen in the past, there have been numerous characters that have changed their name to an alias. For example, James St. Patrick going by the name Ghost in the streets. Or even Jukebox changing her name from Laverne Thomas to Laverne Gaynor. So I don't think that it's far-fetched to believe that Rock could have legally changed her name. Now some of you might go back to the news reporting of Kanan when he died and bring up the fact that the news reporter stated that Kanan Stark had no one known left alive next to Ken. The keyword in that sentence is known. I would like to point out that Rock's last name was never Stark. Neither did Marvin or Lou use the last name Stark. They all went by the last name Thomas. So I think the news reporting actually gave us more confirmation that Rock is alive than it did debunking. Now I'm not 100% sure if Marvin and Lou are alive in the current Power universe. But I do want to point out, when Kanan and Tariq were walking through Queens in the original Power series, we saw Kanan tell Tariq that Tommy and Ghost used to run numbers for his uncles back in the day. The uncles Kanan were referring to are clearly Marvin and Lou. So with that statement from Kanan, we already know that Marvin and Lou were alive long enough to meet Tommy and Ghost. With all of that being said, I'm sure you are wondering how Rock would return in Power Book 2. There are two different scenarios where I could see Rock return. The first would be through Monet. Ever since we were first introduced to Monet in the original Power series, we have only learned about her immediate family and Lorenzo's family. We really don't know anything about Monet's bloodline or lineage. We haven't been introduced to any of her siblings, if she has any, or her cousins. In my opinion, I think this could be for a particular reason. What if Monet finds herself in a war with Noma, and realizes that the Tejada children, along with Tariq and Brayden, cannot win the war? So this would lead to Monet contacting a cousin of hers that she really didn't want to ask for help. After Monet relays this information to Tariq and everyone else, they come up with a plan to take out Noma and her organization. The plan would be to have someone follow Noma to her warehouse and then sneak inside. After that person infiltrates the warehouse, they would have to create a distraction so that Monet and everyone else can pull off a sneak attack. Fast forward to when they all meet up outside of Noma's warehouse to carry out the plan. We see Monet looking around waiting for her cousin to show up, but she doesn't see her. Monet then tells everyone to get into position and wait for the confirmation. Everyone then charges into the warehouse and a shootout occurs. Drew gets shot and Kane pulls Drew to cover. Tariq then yells to Monet that they are outnumbered. And then out of nowhere a car crashes into the warehouse and the gunfire stops. One of Noma's henchmen then goes to look inside of the car, but no one is in it. Then suddenly shots come from outside of the warehouse. Monet then looks to see who is doing the shooting, and she sees that it is none other than her cousin, which is Rock. But not only Rock, she also sees Marvin and Lou right beside Rock letting off shots. Tariq then takes a look at Rock and says that she looks familiar. From there, Monet, Drew, Kane, Diana, Braden, and Tariq all go back to shooting at Noma and members of her organization. Monet catches a clean shot on Noma. The rest of Noma's organization is completely taken out. Monet and everyone else then go to thank Rock, Marvin, and Lou for saving them. Rock then tells Monet that she is blood and that she doesn't have to thank them. Rock, Marvin, and Lou then walk away. But we see Rock looking back at Tariq with an evil smile. Tariq then has a look on his face like he realizes who Rock really is. The only other scenario I could see Rock coming back would be her appearing in an episode to give Tariq advice. But I think it would be more entertaining if they had her come back to save everyone in some type of way. Keep in mind Monet is in her 50s, and if Rock is currently alive she would be around 61. So I don't think that Rock would be too old to help Monet in a battle against Noma or anyone else. If Rock were to come back I could see her returning in the final season. I think it would make sense to have Rock return before Ghost comes back. But after she disappears in Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. I think another plot that they could use with Rock would be if her and Tariq ever had a conversation. I could see Tariq asking Rock about how his father was back in the day. I could also see Tariq asking Rock about how Breeze went out. And here is where I think Rock would tell Tariq a completely different version of the story than what Ghost told him. This is where I think Tariq will start to second guess if Ghost was really alive. Again, these are all hypothetical situations. One thing is for sure, if Rock ever does crossover into the present Power universe, it would be the highest viewed episode in history. Until Ghost returns, that is. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you thought this episode was something, just wait until you see episode 2 of Ghost Town, titled The Resurgence of Breeze. This is another one I promise you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can know when my videos are released. See you all next time in the universe of Power.